It is round 30 of Friday Night Pint, and today we are sampling Wood Crush from Xhale Brewing out of Port Moody, BC. These guys haven't let me down. I presume that's going to continue with this raspberry wheat ale. I like the can, nice and simple. Let's just get into this one. This beer started as a traditional American-style wheat ale packed with flaked and malted wheat. We selected a yeast strain with a lower ester profile than its traditional European cousins. We then loaded it full with raspberries until the lid blew off. This beer is teeming with raspberries, backed by a creamy mouthfeel and light crisp malt profile. This beer looks like quite a few sours I've tried. It's got that kind of purplish color, kind of red. I love to see that color, especially when, you expect it to be like that with raspberries. So, let's get into it. The first thing I noticed, and I wasn't even trying, but it was the scent. Like, it just smells like raspberries. So obviously, they're using real raspberries, like they said they do, and that's pretty apparent. Bonus points for that. I will say the raspberry ales are kind of how I got into craft beers. Basically, I started out at Wild Rose, get a raspberry ale, tasted good, just kept ordering that. Now, if I were to go there, I think I would venture and try something different, but I don't know. Maybe I'd just stick with raspberry ale because it's so good. I think because I've mentioned to myself a few times that this looks like a sour, it's mentally throwing me off because I'm almost half expecting it to taste sour and it's not. And I know it's not supposed to taste like a sour. It's just a lot mentally. It's fairly crisp. I don't know if it'd be better with more, just because if you have it overly crisp, I don't know how well that blends with the creaminess to it, so I think it's maybe a touch more crispness would be nice, but the creamy mouthfeel is definitely there. It's a nice touch to it. Definitely one of the top tier raspberry ales I've had. Like I said at the start, I've never been disappointed by Xhale. They continue to have good beers that I've sampled. I don't know what it is about it, but they have such a good fruit flavor to it. They have a right balance of everything. They're nice and crisp. I think it's just the way that it's flavored. It tastes so real. It's so, simple and basic that I don't know how to score it. It's a very solid beer. That's something I haven't said in a little while. Trademark it pretty much. I think this is one that you kind of need to try. If there's one thing it's lacking, it's the wow factor. I think with these kind of beers, they're not gonna have that wow factor just because of the simplicity of it. But yeah, it's definitely my #1 raspberry beer so far. I have one more to try in the fridge currently, and that's from Grizzly Paw. I think I've had it before, and at that point, that was my favorite raspberry beer. This one, I believe, is topping it. Hopefully we get to do that one soon. Maybe we can do a side-by-side with it, see which one's #1. I'm really leaning to Xhale. Okay, so made a final decision. I'm gonna give it a 3.8. 3.9 popped in my head, it didn't quite fit right, so I went back to a 3.8 and my brain said, yeah, we can do that. So, 3.8 it is. Let's see what we got coming up next week. And what do we have? See you next Tuesday from Xhale Brewing. That's a interesting can. I love the name of it. We'll see if I love the beer next time. If you like this review, be sure to leave a like. If you haven't already subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, I'll catch you on the next review. Cheers.